Very. Oh, yeah! And welcome to another episode of Racenoobs Road to Bathurst. I am Joel Devereux and I'm excited. We have finally found a car. Now, if you've ever gone and tried to buy a car or a second-hand car off sites like Gumtree, things like this may seem a little familiar. This car from Raymond Terrace in Newcastle says, a 1998 VS Commodore, perfect in every way. Has been an awesome car for us. It only needs an engine, gearbox and diff. This car, which was being sold in Blacktown in Sydney, this is what it said. An amazing car for a first-time driver. All it needs are two wheels, a gearbox, a roof, seats and a bonnet. I have this car badge here. If you attach it to another car, it'd be a perfect car. Patrick Stewart, the Federation. It didn't help that my fellow race noob's idea of a cheap car was quite different from my own.
Hey Big Nuts, how are you?
Hey man, how's it going?
I've been on car sales and I found our car.
Yeah, send it through and I'll have a look.
Mate, it's perfect. Look, it's race ready, mate, brilliant.
I can't stand to fly.
But after 4.5 months we've managed to secure ourselves a car. But first, we had to come down to the process of how we chose our car. And to see the structure that went behind us trying to find a car, I hand it over to Tim Welsh.
Welcome to How to Buy a Track Car, presented by Tim Welsh and Henry Don. Sponsored by Moto Miyagi's Fish Sauce. Cause, yeah.
When we started this odyssey, we thought, what cars could we get? Being Australian, we thought about Holden and Ford. But sadly, they are being discontinued soon and have become very expensive. So then we thought, why not go and have a look at the Japanese domestic market. Japanese cars are pretty good, but this is 2017, so sadly, they have to go too. What about going across the ditch to the good old USA? They have racetracks that got corners, and they can't corner, so sadly, once again, they've got to go. For some reason we had a look at Korean cars. That didn't last long. Go European. So, whereabouts in Europe do we look for our car? First of all, we thought about the good old land of Germany.
Wunderbar.
The home of BMW and Volkswagen. Then we thought about, how about we go back to the old country, the good old UK. The home of the Vauxhall and the Ford Focus.
Jolly good show, Gov.
Then we thought, how about we go exotic? Let's go to Italy.
Bellissima.
The home of Fiat and Alfa Romeo. Then we thought about looking outside the box and went to the country called Sweden, the land of Volvo and Saab.
Valdig.
We have one more choice, which is obvious. Let's go to France.
Très bien.
And France, the home of Citroën, Renault and Peugeot.
So we decided to go with a European hot hatch. Now usually when you think hot hatch from Europe you think Volkswagen Golf or your Ford Focus, but we're going to France. And here in Australia people don't realise how awesome the French hot hatch scene is. And really, they've been doing it right for a very, very long time. French manufacturers have definitely made their mark with hardcore hot hatches. Although the Mark I Golf GTI is considered the pioneer for hot hatches from Europe, the French have continued to churn out amazing small cars. From the iconic Peugeot 205 GTI to the Renault 5 and the Renault Clio V6, These cars have amassed a huge cult following around the world. My favourite though would definitely be the Peugeot 306. And you know what? We got one. There we go. The pug is on the car, on the trailer, on the car. There's Grandad, look. Behind the scenes. So the pug is going to its new home. This is a 3-door Peugeot 306. This is the car.
This is the car.
Yeah. Everything works bar, but for some reason the fan doesn't work.
Bit of your sharp stop reading, but yeah.
Also, it's very loud, so if this sounds loud, we're sorry. You're happy that we've got a Peugeot man for the first Racenoobs car?
Look, it's about time you guys finally listen to me. I've been telling you guys for months and months and months. Ditch the Fords, ditch the Holdens, little hot hatch.
Yeah. So as far as cheap cars go, this one was everything is working on it. Everything runs. Got a bit of fan bell noise and a bit of a knock in the suspension, but that's about it. We paid $100.
Yes, $100 is.
One of the reasons we went French is because, you know, a lot of the resale value here in Australia is quite low. So, you know, you can pick up a good car for quite cheap.
This car is awesome.
Yeah.
I love the pug, I love the Peugeot.
Now what we'll have to do is after take it around to Callan and see what he thinks. You know what? She still goes hard even with my fat ass in there, man.
When you got no carpet, no roof lining, one door lining, missing.
It's cool that you can hear the exhaust, but you can hear everything else, including bare metal smashing upon itself. And the guy that we bought this from must have been a tradie, and there's like all these
drill bits and rivets and nails.
There's like so much stuff in here, and today when I was driving it I was hitting bumps and seriously was getting showered with nails and screws and shit. I'm thinking these seats are definitely full of like pus and anus juice of 5 or 6 different people. But what do you reckon, man?
Yeah, no, mate, she takes off, gets up to speed real quick.
Yeah.
So you definitely got to be careful around the 60k zone.
So the timeline looks like this. The fastest way to go from A to B is to get a car that's already road registered and you can go straight to the track.
After much research, the Racenoobs have decided to participate in the New South Wales Supersprints. In our first episode, we learnt that we had to register with a car club in order to become eligible for a CAMS L2S licence. Registering for this licence only requires you to visit the CAMS website, fill in the registration and pay your fee. There is no driving test required. There are 2 types of Supersprints in New South Wales. You can participate on a club level or a state level. To participate in the New South Wales Supersprints on a club level, you need to have a car that is either road registered or non-road registered, and you are not required to have a logbook or a roll cage.
Now, as it states in the rules that you don't need to have a road registered car to compete in club level super sprints. Make sure to check with the club that's putting on the super sprints that this is okay, but we highly recommend you buy a car that already has road registration.
Now, if you want to participate in the super sprints on a state level, your vehicle must either be road registered. It can also be non-road registered. However, you are required to have a logbook and a roll cage. A CAMS logbook is basically just like making sure your car is roadworthy for your road car, but for your race car. By following these simple steps, you, along with the Racenoobs, can participate in grassroots motorsport.
Alright, so now that we've got the car, it's time to get it prepped and get it ready for us to hit the track. And we will be hitting the track. I've registered Racenoobs in an event for the CSCA Supersprints at Eastern Creek. Look at Henry's face, he's excited. But I'm Joel Devereux.
And I'm Henry Dawn.
And you're watching Racenoobs.
My God. Look at the lines on this.
Why?
We could win a lot of races on this.
We can win a lot of last places on something like this.
Really?
I think there's something wrong with you, Henry.
Henry, bad Henry, bad Henry.